Life sends us all kinds of signals to guide our personal transformation. But, because of our limited awareness, we continue to blame others, relationships, circumstances, situations. We pose as a victim, and therefore we put ourselves in a state of dependency, instead of seeing our inner beauty. Our main limitations are fear, anxiety, doubt, promises, jealousy, identifications, guilt, the need to prove, discouragement. All those things that bring us back to a narrow view of ourselves and a lack of self-esteem. In reality, the most vulnerable part of myself is also the most precious. Vulnerability is part of my life, and my only choice is to know to what extent I am willing to reveal myself with courage and clarity, without trying to protect myself at all costs by surrounding myself with walls so thick that they cut me off from others, from myself and from my life. Spiritual vulnerability begins when I stop wanting to control everything. When I accept that I'm not perfect. When I accept that I have flaws and the courage to be imperfect. When I appreciate the beauty of my flaws and imperfections. However, life is a permanent improvisation between the situations it presents to me and the energy I create around me. And loneliness does not have the same meaning, depending on whether it is chosen or endured. And very often, feeling listened to is already a lot. Loneliness, real or perceived, arises from two causes, either because one is not surrounded by people, or because one does not feel any affinity with one's surroundings. Alone among the multitude. Finding one's place and one's bearings in society allows one to overcome this malaise. We suffer from loneliness when we have lost our bearings, when we no longer know where we are, and when we feel the need to cling to others to get out of the jail in which we feel trapped. The other becomes our lifeline, our scaffolding, our crutch, and we can no longer conceive of walking without it. This is how the state of dependency is born. It's just as dangerous, and can lead to sometimes disastrous life choices. If I do what it takes to respect myself as a spiritual being, I can begin to build some self-esteem and thus build my self-confidence. There is no more inner conflict, there is no more hesitation, I live in transparency, nothing to hide, which leads to a certain inner peace. I can begin to appreciate life again, remaining in the awareness of helping those who are suffering or lost in life. If I keep that purpose, that awareness, the rest, all the stuff that bothers me, and that I'd like to get rid of will go away on its own. If I am comfortable with myself and with what I want to do with my life, I am in tune with myself and fate will open doors for me that were previously closed. Everything is aligned. And, as Karl Lagerfeld used to say, solitude is the greatest luxury.